It is Sunday, September the 10th, 7 p.m. This is Taco Talk number 9, prepping for SHTF. Good evening, Wayne, the ungrateful peasant. Thank you for coming. Thank you for the like. Right now, Easton Kelly Armed, thank you for coming in. KP Heathen, thank you for coming in. And Becoming Dangerous, Wayne's second channel. Welcome, everyone. It is a Sunday evening live stream, and I am pleased to have you here this evening with me. We're going to talk about preps. Four in the house. So, I did a number of posts on my community wall. I posted the channels that won the 1,300 and 1,400 subscriber giveaways. Those boxes were mailed out yesterday. They should be going. They should be going to them, and they should be receiving them by Wednesday. They're nice little goodie boxes with lots of good little stuff in it to help them with prepping. I'm on the road to 1,500, but I will be doing a 1,400 subscriber giveaway video prior to probably maybe this coming weekend. I went over to Aldi, purchased some stuff for my prepping. Ross Tasty Daily Life, thank you for coming in. I put some prices up on my wall when I posted channels, and I would encourage everybody. Hillbilly Josh, thank you for coming in. Ermin O, thank you for coming. As you come in, please leave a like. It will help the channel. Thank you. 8 likes, 4 in the house right now. I dry canned 20 pounds of rice, made 13 quart jars. Last weekend, I bought some more 5-gallon food grade buckets with lids. Right now over at Walmart, a 5-gallon food grade bucket is $5. The lids are $2, so for $7 you've got a bucket and a lid. I bought a couple of more. I can basically put about 25 pounds worth in a 5-gallon bucket. I use a large Mylar bag. I transfer the contents of whatever I'm storing into the Mylar bag. I drop in a couple of oxygen absorbers, a couple of moisture absorbers, and seal it. Put the top on the 5-gallon buckets, make sure it's good and sealed. Then I mark it with the date and with the contents with a permanent Sharpie. Uncle Al Die Bullfrog, Country Girl, thank you for coming in, both of you. Fishing Queen, Fishing Queen, I had you in one of my shorts today. I shouted out some channels in a short, added music, and yours was one of them. If you haven't looked at that short, you're in that short. Nice picture of you. Thin, Thien, Nan. Thin, Thien, Thin, Nan, Nhan, Tin, Thac, Thac, Chew, Chua. That's a mouthful. God bless everyone. Hopefully everybody's doing fine. Ryan Brimmer in the house. Ryan, be on your best behavior. Don't want to call you out, but be on your best behavior. Little Lone Prepper, thank you for coming in, little Lone Prepper. Had 13 so far come in that I've identified. I've got 9 likes. A few of you, it would help if you would leave me a like. I'd appreciate it if you have not done so. I hope the trolls are gone. We have been banning trolls as they come through. I don't have any tolerance for trolls. I've been looking at videos. I did 4 shorts. I posted 4 shorts today. And I posted on my community wall. I shouted out a number of channels, very good channels. Most of the channels in here tonight have been I've shouted out. Was pretty crazy the other night. Everything, you know. I got people making fun of my bald head. I got people calling me Santa. I've actually done Santa. I should post some of those pictures on my wall. I used to, when I was a principal, I used to dress up before Christmas and Santa Claus, and had let my beard grow a little bit longer than it is. And another principal was an elf, and I mean, we took some pictures with the kids, and it was really, I enjoyed it. Stay on topic, don't drift. Okay, well, I'll try not to drift too far. Okay, so one of the pictures that I posted, I was over at Audi. $3.25 or $3.27 for a 24-pack of bottled water. Gallons over at Audi's is $1.19 a gallon. You can go over to Sam's and you can buy a 6-pack of gallons for about $5.60, I think, and that's less than $1 a gallon. Plastic bottles of water, you can always refill those. That's a very good price. I encourage you to buy in store bottled water. Now, when you have bottled water, you do not want to sit it on a concrete floor. You don't want leaching or anything. You want to make sure you sit on something. So, like as an example, I've got a bunch of bottled water, 3-gallon bottles. Well, I also have some 5-gallon bottles, but mainly 3-gallon bottles over in the corner. This is my man cave, and I've got lots of preps and such inside of it. And I've got a lot of bottled water. What I do is I buy the 3-gallon bottles. You get them right now. The price on those are about $8 for a 3-gallon jug. I fill them up. I stack them 3 high. So I've got 60 I've got about 60 gallons stacked over in the corner. And that's just in this room that I've got bottled water. We've got a ton of it throughout the house. And we've got all of our closets and all of our pantries and everything full of food and full of bottles of various whatever. You need to have a place to store your preps. You want to store your preps out of the heat. You do not want it. You do not want your preps getting 110 degree in 110 degree weather. You want to keep it like, if you can keep your home in the 70s, you want to have your preps, everything climate controlled in the 70s. That will maintain it. That will extend the life of it. That's what you really want to be able to do. I encourage everybody, head on a swivel. We have to stay a step ahead. We do have to stay a step ahead. Yes, we do. And we do need to make sure that we're purchasing preps that we're going to use. You don't want to buy stuff that you're not going to use. I mean, you should be buying stuff and rotating stuff that you normally use. I buy a lot of peanut butter. I buy a lot of jelly. I buy a lot of honey. I got tons of honey. Lots of coffee. Sachets of peach tea and sweet tea and grape and different flavors of drink mix. You get a 10-pack of great value. Right now, most of that's going for $2.25 for a 10-pack. I encourage you to purchase a lot of, if you're a coffee drinker, buy lots of instant coffee. You can buy Sanka, you can buy Great Value, you can buy Nescafe, but buy instant coffee. Trust me, when the stores are closed, you will be glad that you did that. Likewise, you need to make sure that you've got a means to heat water. Heating water represents civilization. The power grid might go down, but you still need to be able to boil water. You need boiled water for freeze-dried food. You need boiled water for coffee. You need boiled water for hot tea. You need to be able to boil soup. If you're trying to make a base of something other with bouillon cubes, you still need to be able to boil water. Also, boiling water is a way to kill any sort of germs that's in the water. Likewise, you need to have, and I've got a bunch of these. I periodically buy an extra set of them. You use 1 tab for a liter. You're going to use 1 tab for a liter. You're going to let it sit for about 30 minutes. And then afterwards, you're going to take one from the second bottle and you're going to put it in the water and you're going to let it sit for another 30 minutes, make sure it's all dissolved and everything. And then after about an hour, you've got a liter of purified drinking water. I encourage everybody in here tonight, currently 8 in the house, connect with the other people who are here. They're all good channels. I encourage you to leave a like on their channel. Make sure that you identify yourself if you're just now coming to their channel for the first time as a new friend or a new subscriber. And I would tell you to watch 2 videos, about 5 or 6 minutes each. That way, hopefully, the connection will stick and you will not be the victim of the purge, which the purge is real and people do get purged. Doors, thank you for coming in. Doors, I shout out your channel and congratulations. I was looking at your video. I guess it was a wall post might have been that talked about how many views you'd had and how many new subscribers you'd had this past month. Congratulations on that. Your channel continues to grow and I am happy to be a friend of your channel. I buy peanut butter and peanut butter powder, also coffee, Tang. Oh, Tang used to be very popular back in the 60s and 70s with NASA Tang. Protein powder drink mixes, yes, powdered milk. Whey milk. You can get powdered milk. I like to get whey milk, and that way, for those people who are lactose intolerant, they can handle the whey milk. It's like having almond milk or something based on other than, you know, and very good stuff. The Bet's 11-year-old Photoshopper. Here is a channel I'm not familiar with. Bus Stop, thank you for coming, son. I think we got a new channel in here you can connect with. Let me see, where are they? Okay, here we go. Let me pull this channel up and see what we got. The Bet's 11-year-old Photoshopper, huh? 1 subscriber, 2 videos. I tell you what I will do. I will share out this channel. Well, what did they do, Uncle Al? Did somebody say something inappropriate? Dag nabbit. They're always doing it when I'm paying attention to something else. Joshua Humphrey, thanks for coming in. Walter Davis, thanks for coming, Walter. If you don't have at least 1,000 rounds for any caliber that you have as far as guns that you use, you need to be purchasing ammunition. You don't need to buy it all at once. You can spread it out. But I would, as I'm buying preps, I would also be looking at going to Walmart or Academy or wherever it is that you basically get sporting goods type supplies, and I would start purchasing systematically a box of this, a box of that. Make sure that you have at least 1,000 rounds for any of the calibers that you use. Well, okay. The Walmarts where I'm at do sell ammunition, and they do sell rifles and shotguns. They do not sell pistols. If Sam Walton were alive today, I guarantee you he's rolling over in his grave, because he was a lot more conservative than the people who are running Walmart, and his religious faith and what he found acceptable is a lot different than the people who are running it today, and he would be very disappointed in the people that have taken over his company. Oftentimes what happens when you somebody makes it big, they have a company, they make a lot of money, they run their company, they'll have a son or daughter, whatever, maybe 2 or 3 kids. They get their kids involved in the company, the kids are involved, and usually by the time it gets to the 3rd generation with the grandkids, if the company's real big, they're stockholders, they don't participate in the company, they don't work, they basically just live off of what their parents and their grandparents who started the company, they basically just live off of what they make in stock, in whatever the returns are. And they don't care. They don't care about the legacy of the company. They don't care about, Sam Walton's been gone, was it 95 or 98? Sam Walton's been gone for 25, 26, 27 years. He's been dead. And they don't have the same values at Walmart that they used to have. Let's see. So anyway, I've been talking about water Um, I was communicating with Bus Stop today. I had done a post on my wall of some Hormel completes, and there's also a brand called Dingy Moore. Both of them are about the same. They go for about $2.25 for an 8 ounce. Um, I buy a lot of them. And Bus Stop was saying you microwave them for 1 minute, or you could boil it. You could put it in a pot of boiling water. It's a little plastic container, you know. It's almost like the main from an MRE, from a meal ready to eat. It's about, the MRE mains are about 8 ounces, and this is about an 8 ounce serving. They go for $2.25. And you can get individual packs. You can get 3 packs. I buy a lot of them. I buy variety, and I eat them. Vay's Place, hey, just upload a video, but will show up for, let's see, about a half an hour. Well, thank you, Vay. I ought to be here for another half hour. We're about 22 minutes into our live stream. We are 5 people in the stream right now. So as I was saying, it's very important that you be buying preps. Same thing, if you've got animals, you've got dogs, you need to be buying dog food. You need to be prepping dog food. You have rabbits, you need rabbit food. You have chickens, you need chicken feed. You have quail, you need food for your quail. You need food for any animals that you have. Any meat animals or anything, you're going to need to keep them going, so you're going to need food for them. Likewise, having proteins. Cans of meat. Let's see. Chicken, Spam, tuna, sardines, salmon, pulled pork, little chunks of beef, beef, canned beef. You need to be buying that stuff. You need to be, you can put that when you make a pot of something, you can add that into it. Like you do a pot of rice, then you make some gravy for your rice, and then you have either some pulled pork, or you have some chicken chunks, or you have some Spam, or whatever you want to put into it, so you've got some meat with it. Making a pot of pinto beans, you want to have bacon, you want to have ham, you want to have something that you can put in to flavor those beans. So I won't mention who it was, but they're telling me, well, you better make sure that you clean those beans, and you better make sure that you look for stones and little rocks and everything. And yeah, and then normally, like with pinto beans, you soak them overnight. You soak them in water overnight before you cook them. You want to basically tenderize them. So I know all about beans. I'm real big on beans. I know all about beans. It is important, muy importante, that you inventory what you have, that you date it, and that you rotate it. Use the oldest stuff first. Have a rotation going. You need to determine how much food you need per person and how many calories you need to be able to provide per day. I'm assuming a 2,000 calorie diet. You want to have desserts. You want to have vegetables. You want to make sure that you have variety. You don't want to eat the same thing every day. Now, you're going to use your canned stuff, You're going to use your refrigerated stuff. You're going to use your stuff that is more likely to perish. You're going to use that stuff first. In a crisis, that's going to be your go-to. Now down the road, when you start running out of some of that stuff, well then you're going to, if you've got MREs, you're going to start putting in some MREs, and you're going to start using some freeze-dried. You're going to start using freeze-dried. I've got tons of powdered milk. I like whey milk. I got tons of whey milk. You basically mix it up with water. Hopefully you've got a way to cool your water. Having a 12-volt refrigerator that you can fire up, that you can keep bottles of water in it, and maybe keep a gallon of water in it, have sodas in it. You want to have lots of sachets of various beverages that you can powdered that you can mix in, makes your water taste better. It's a morale thing. You want to have stuff for morale, good morale. SD Mountain Man just finished making fajitas. That's good, SD. Yes. Good idea, Vay. Very good idea. You need to be able to can. Idaho Garden Girl has been canning a lot of fruit and vegetables. And you need to be able to can. Callie Singh TBA channel live right now. There are channels with 1 million+ subs. Same as a prepper, those things need to be considered. Bless you. The garden has been getting the crap knocked out of it by the heat. I've got very little stuff in my garden right now. Most of it's been picked. We haven't been using. Let me go to this channel. I'm going to share out Callie Singh. That is a link to Callie Singh's channel if anybody wants to connect with Callie Singh. I'm going to add you as a moderator, Callie Singh. Please be on your best behavior. I will try, if I am able to, tomorrow to shout out on my community wall the channels that are here tonight. I did a bunch of shout outs yesterday. I did a bunch of shout outs today. I did not work today or yesterday. I will be working. I go to work. I leave at 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm at work about 7:15. I don't get out till like maybe 4:30ish. I get home about 5. I do my live stream at 7, so I've got a couple hours when I get home. If I can do some shout outs tomorrow, I will. If I don't, I'll be here at 7 p.m. I'm trying to get monetized. In order to get monetized, I need 4,000 watch hours. And I'm working on it. I'm hoping to be where I need to be Christmas time. In the meantime, I am at 1,414 or 15 subscribers. Haven't grown that much in the last 2-3 weeks. I'm not really pushing growing. 10 in the house right now. Marie Holiday. Thanks for coming in, Marie Holiday. I will tell you, I'm not one of these channels that I do a live stream and all it is, hello, how are you? Thank you for coming. Connect to whoever's here, and that's the live stream. I actually try to put out some content. I actually try to talk about my subject, which is being prepared. I was a Boy Scout. The Boy Scouts motto is be prepared. I encourage people to buy what you use, buy extras of what you use. You need a couple of extra toothbrushes. You need extra toothpaste. You need extra toilet paper. You need extra paper towels. Whatever you use, extra floss. Deodorant. If you take medication, you need to have at least a 3-month supply of it. What happens if you can't get any for a couple of months? You better, if it's this stuff that keeps you alive, you better make sure you have it. We got 115-degree heat for days. Prune all the plants, chop and drop. Put cardboard down over it and spread some hay or straw. Water down. Yes, you got to water your stuff. You got to water your stuff. And you got to water it on a daily basis. You really don't want to water it during the heat of the day. You either want to water early in the morning or you want to water later in the evening. You don't want to burn your stuff. That's very important. Just lost sound checking the signal booster. Stuff in the news. The poor people out in Hawaii, all those missing kids, they're probably dead. They're still finding bodies. And everybody's looking the other direction. Nobody wants to take responsibility for the government didn't take care of what they needed to take care of. People are still trying to recover from the hurricane that went into Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, all the flooding. There are people that were without power. There are people without cell service phone. If the power goes down, the phones go down. The cell phone towers are not working if they don't have power. You might have a charged phone. Your phone might be charged, but there's no signal. The towers aren't working. What are you going to do? You got to think about stuff like that. Anton Miles, appreciate you being here. I need to put a link to Justin Green's channel up. I'm trying to get him over 1,000. Here a few days ago, I encourage people to subscribe his channel. He was at like 996. Right now he's at 998. I actually got him to 1,000, and then overnight he lost one, and since then he's lost two. He's at 998 subscribers. I would like to try to get him to 1,000, and he's not doing what he needs to do to help himself. I shout him out. I think he's very frustrated. Mike Kreshler Reviews, he's very frustrated, and he's not, I could pick up 50 channels between now and the end of the week if I wanted to hustle channels. If I wanted to go out and hustle channels. But I'm not doing that. I'm over 1,000. Ark Wildman, thanks for coming in. I know he's frustrated. I watch his I watch his Bible study. He does an excellent Bible study. Every Sunday he puts out a Bible study. I watch his Bible study. It's usually about 20 minutes. And I'm very, I don't know what to tell you. I'm trying to get him over 1,000. I figure if I can get him over 1,000 and it sticks, that whatever YouTube is doing is basically try. You know, there seems to be a block on most channels trying to get over that 1,000 hump, and I personally didn't have it, but there are a lot of people I hear about it that they start getting into the 950s, 960s, and all of a sudden they just can't pick up any more channels. I'm going to put a link to his channel up. If you are not subscribed to him, his channel is God's Old Man. Here we go. Go to him. He's at 998. Share him out. Copy the link. Go back to my channel. If you are not connected to God's Old Man, I just put the link up. Please connect. You know, I'll go for several days without doing a short, and then I'll do 3 or 4 shorts. Let's see, Cindy Lou Vog. Let me see here. Cindy's got an established channel. Let me share Cindy's channel out. I put a link to Cindy Lou's channel. I'm going to add Cindy Lou as a standard moderator. Young lady, you're now a standard moderator on my channel. I am subscribed to your channel, Cindy, and I will try to promote your channel. Thank you for coming in, young lady. There are a lot of channels that I'm subscribed to. I'm probably I haven't checked the numbers recently. You can check to see how many channels you subscribe to. I'm subscribed to 1,800 channels probably. I'm subscribed to probably more channels that are subscribed to me. And I will subscribe a channel, and sometimes I don't even let them know I subscribed them, and therefore they don't even know. And I really need to go back, and I need to hit on all the channels that I'm subscribed to. I usually get to the same ones over and over. Comic VR, 45 subscribers, 28 videos. Let me copy your link and share you out. I put a link to Comic VR. You know, when I started working about 3 weeks ago, school started, I went back to work, I was retired. And did Comic VR do something inappropriate? Bus stop. I went back to work about 3 weeks ago. This will be my 4th week. And before I was working, I would put 5-6 hours a day in on my channel. I would visit a bunch of live streams. I would leave comments. I would leave likes. I would make shorts, and I would post on my community wall. I'd do shout outs. I can't do near what I was doing before. And it's everything I can do. You know, one thing you can do, SD, if most of these are channels that you're subscribed to, you could basically just hit a few screenshots of your screen to remind you who to look for. Another thing you can do, I write down who's here. You know, who's coming in. I write names of channels down. I do a lot of writing on paper. 13 in the house, 24 likes. Now, if you're not connected to SD Mountain Man, if you're not connected to Art Wildman Survival, these are excellent channels. They put out very good content. They puts out good content. And Walter Davis, he is a very intelligent man. He comes up with some really good stuff. I truly enjoy talking to him. I enjoy when he puts out a video. I try to look at those videos. The Ungrateful Peasant Wayne is another. He puts out some good stuff. Very intelligent young man. And you can learn a lot from him. Also, I have to tell these people, those of you who served, thank you for your service to our country. Thank you for your sacrifice. If your spouse served, thank your spouse for serving our country. Any of you who work in a first responder area, whether you're law enforcement or whether you ambulance driver or a nurse or fireman, firefighter, whatever, you're not doing it to get rich. You're risking your lives. People should be thanking you on a daily basis. I started, my father gave me a 22 rifle when I was maybe 10 years old, 10 or 11 years old. We'd go out to where we had land and we had stables and horses and animals and such. And he'd give me a little 50-round pack of 22 long rifle, and it was a 22 Remington pump. And I'd go out and I'd target practice and shoot. That got me going. You got to be very careful with guns and where you aim and being careful, and accidentally you don't want to pull the trigger at the wrong time. You've got to be very careful where you point the thing. You got to train a kid, because you do not want to have something unfortunate happen. A 22 can kill you. The Supreme Court recently came with a 5-4 ruling that shuts down a lot of this, you know, trying to ban this, trying to ban that, trying to limit this, trying to limit that. The Second Amendment basically states, you know, the right to keep and bear arms will not be infringed. And some of these woke liberal, not a good, you know, not a good thing. they used to talk about, Sam Colt made people equal. A woman might physically not be able to defend herself against a man, but with a pistol or a revolver, you got an equal playing field. It's important you know how to use it. It's important that you practice on a regular basis. When my daughter turned 21, I went out and bought her a Glock. She took the carry course, and she has a carry license, but Texas is a carry state. But she's got a card. You've got these places where they've had riots. Those George Floyd riots. Millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars of damage. People looting. They arrested a bunch of them, and they didn't prosecute them. 90% of the people that got detained for various things, they weren't prosecuted. Bus stop, had I been up there, chances are they probably would have put me on trial for killing a few of them. I doubt I would have been convicted. That kid that shot those 3 Antifa thugs, he killed 2 of them, 1 lived. He need to practice a little bit. He need to practice a little bit more. 2 out of 3 ain't bad, but they tried to put him on trial, tried to ruin his life, and jury found him innocent for self-defense. If more people had done that, there wouldn't have been as many riots. The riots would not have been as bad, and that a lot of people would have thought, if people knew that there's a good chance they're going to get shot for pulling that crap, unless they're suicidal, they're going to not pull that crap. Yeah, I've watched several videos recently. It seems like incidents happening in Florida. Florida is very conservative. It's one of those you don't mess around states. And you get these drug types, looter type drug types that want to break in. They're high on drugs. They're doing stuff. They want to try to get money. They want to try to get things that they can pawn. They're under the influence, and then they decide they want to try to break in somebody's house, and they may be home. There have been a number of incidents of people, whether they're using pistols or whether they're using shotguns or AR-15s or whatever, shooting. Sometimes it's illegals. They want to break in. People are in the house. Their life, they feel threatened. Their family's threatened. What do? They kill them. I can't advise people, what to do or what not to do. If somebody is trying to rob you and you don't have a means to defend yourself, give them your wallet, give them your purse. Throw it at them and take off running the opposite direction. You can get pepper spray for $10. Pepper gel. You can get a taser of $30, $40, I think, for a taser. That is a means of self-defense. You need to try to aim at the face. You don't want to be spraying into the wind. You want to make sure the wind's at your back. you talk about homeless people. There are places where, like Los Angeles, San Francisco, Seattle, Washington, Portland, Oregon, Chicago, Atlanta, New York. There are places where, you've got 25, 30, 40,000 homeless people that don't have a residence. They're living on the street. Tons of people that they have nothing. They depend on soup kitchens and churches and the government. Well, a lot of these people, and they're U.S. citizens. A lot of these people, they're getting less services now because the illegals are getting them. The government's helping the illegals. They're not, there's a lot of homeless veterans that serve the country that got issues. They've got mental issues, from what they saw, what they witnessed. A lot of people are messed up. And a lot of people on medication, prescription medication. Then there are a lot of people on illegal medication. They're self-medicated. Cold War Prepper, did you come in when I wasn't looking? Yes, Cold War Prepper came in. Hello, Lee. I was looking at your shopping trip. A lot of neat stuff, a lot of good stuff. Enjoyed it. I am sorry to hear that, Bus Stop. I am sorry to hear that. Verna's got a nice channel, and she puts out some good content. HGCF, I don't know what that stands for. I don't know. Credeb. Joe Lou. I tell you what, Joe Lou, I will share out your channel. You want to talk about prices? I put a couple of pictures on my wall when I did posts of meals that I'd had at school this last week. I really enjoyed the tamales. I had 4 tamales with some corn and refried beans and a little, Jello dessert with milk. That was a nice meal. I had that. $5.50 is the going rate for an adult meal at school now. I had another one, took a picture, I think it had a sloppy Joe with 1 bite out of it. It had a sloppy Joe, and it had coleslaw and some various little, good stuff, nice meal. But the going rate's now $5.50. It was $5 last year, I'm told. Now it's $5.50. Money's not what it used to be. I filled up one of my tanks. $3.15 a gallon, $3.15 a gallon, I think is what I paid for unleaded gas. Grimace. Oh, you're gonna screw with me about being Santa again. I just removed Grimace. I do not know why these trolls love messing with me about being bald and about they think I'm Santa. But I try to have a good sense of humor about it. Walter, you've got nice hair. I will say that for you. I am jealous of your hair, Walter. Lee, I'm jealous of your hair. You're still here. Central Texas, Austin area. Food forest permaculture. Thank you for coming in. Food forest permaculture. I shouted you out on my community wall today. $5 isn't bad for a full lunch. No, it's not bad. I mean, it's not like going over to, if you go to Whataburger, if you go to Dairy Queen, you go to McDonald's or Burger King, you're going to pay $10 for a burger combo, with fries, cheeseburger, fries, and a drink. You're going to pay $10. So that's not bad for school. I try to shout out good channels. I try to give views to good channels. Batman 5, thank you for coming in. I have shouted out Batman 5 on occasion when I can reach this channel. There are too many channels that go by Batman 5 something trying to get to your channel. I have to look it up in order to find it. Yes, and I shout out SD Mountain Man. I shout out Shovelhead 8. I watch both channels. I like the Fired Up Fridays. I like the Cast Iron Wednesdays. These are channels I followed for a long time. Scott and Sean are very, very good people. Good family men. And I truly enjoy their content, and I do everything I can to support them. Yes, he is. And he's like Uncle Al. He's had some problems with his teeth. He had to have some teeth removed. Uncle Al had let me know that I think he had like 4 or 5 teeth pulled. I mean, that's not, God blesses people with certain things. If you want to follow somebody, click on the 3 dots to the right. Yes. Uncle Al's got really nice hair. He's getting a little bit of white, gray up there. He's got nice hair. And I've told him, I said, I'm jealous of your hair, but I got all my teeth. I don't have any false teeth. I have never had any teeth. I had my wisdom teeth removed when I was about 30. Other than that, I've never had a cavity. I've got all my teeth. I have my father's teeth. My father had excellent. My mother had horrible teeth. My father had excellent teeth. I have my father's teeth. That's a blessing. I guess if I had to choose between having really nice teeth or being bald, I'll take being bald with nice teeth. The Bud Files. Thanks for coming in, the Bud Files. Another channel I've been shouting out. Callie and Jordan Squad. Thank you for coming in. Callie and Jordan Squad. Another very good channel. I have people who, they miss me. They miss my live stream, and then they'll do a replay. If you cannot be here for my live stream, I'm happy to have you do a replay. When you go into somebody's live stream, leave them at least one comment. If you want to lurk, but leave one comment to identify yourself, and that way I get, or whoever will get, the view time. So a lot of people come into my live stream and they lurk and they don't leave a comment. I've given them, I've given them rights in the past. They got a blue wrench. They lurk, and then they go and they contact channels that they come in, that they see a new channel, they contact them, trying to connect, and I don't get any consideration, I don't get any view time or anything from it. And that's not really being a good Christian, it's not being a good friend. 15 in the house right now. Always, whenever I go to a live stream, I want people to know it's me. I want them to know it's me, because I want them to come back and I want them to visit me in turn. If I go in and I don't identify myself, they don't know I was there, they don't know to come back and visit me. You know. And I'm not about just trying to get channels. Like I said, I'd been growing over 100 channels a month, and right now it's slow. Well, I'm not trying to grow right now. I'm really not. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get my watch hours up. I'm trying to get my watch hours. David Hunt, thank you for coming in, David Hunt. I have had 30 channels come in tonight through here that have identified themselves. Now, I'll probably put up a picture on my wall of what the snapshot right after the live stream says, and it'll say that there was 100 channels in here tonight, and 30 actually identified themselves. The rest were lurking. And I don't know. I do not understand. I just do not know. You know, the upbringing that some folks have, or lack thereof. I do not know. But always identify yourself. Always leave a supportive comment and a like. I tell people what my like number is. Um, 14 in the house. Now, I could stay on. I've got to go to work tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow at 7 o'clock for another live stream. Remember the Boy Scout motto, to be prepared. Everybody be prepared. And everybody have a blessed day. And treat people the way you want to be treated. Remember the golden rule. You know. So at this point, I'm going to say